Heat race number 1 for the Lawn and Snow Company Hobby Stock. 69 Caden Wessels of Laverne, Minnesota, and the 2-star of Dustin Schultz from Marshall, Minnesota in row 1. James Adams of Harrisburg, South Dakota in 3J. 20B, Josh Bradley of Harrisburg, South Dakota, making up row 2. 33 JN Joel Norris of Sioux Falls. The 6 of Dustin Bronson from Sioux Falls in row 3. And Kermit Rose scheduled to come from the back, the 06 from Sioux Falls. He will be a scratch. 6 cars, 6 laps. First heat race for the Lawn and Snow Company Hobby Stocks. We're green. Immediately, 3 wide racing action as Dustin Schultz will sneak out to the race lead down the back straightaway. Caden Wessels, the 69, and the 20B of Josh Bradley going to tussle it out for the second spot. Bradley around the outside. He'll have that spot off of turn number 4. Wessels runs in third just in front of the 3J of James Adams as they go back to turn number 1. Adams going to slip up the racetrack. Dustin Bronson there on his right side. Bronson up into the loose stuff on the very top of turn 2. He'll have to go back to work. He'll dip to the inside. James Adams here through 3 up the racetrack. Nice job there by the 6-time national champion to avoid any contact there. That's Dustin Bronson in the 6 machine. Bronson to the inside of James Adams. They continue to race down the back straightaway. That's the race for the 4th spot. Bronson to the bottom. James Adams right there in the groove where he wants to be. And now he'll look to the inside of Caden Wessels in the 69 machine. Caden Wessels with pressure as they race for 3rd. James Adams looking to his inside. And he'll have it off of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Dustin Bronson going to follow, gives him a little how do you do, slips up the racetrack. Now 3 cars battling for this spot. Dustin Bronson goes by both of them. James Adams a little out of shape. The 3J trying to collect it up here on the front straightaway. He'll do so. Meanwhile, your race leader, the 2-star of Dustin Schultz out front. Look at him sail it into turn number 3. He'll come off turn number 4 and look at the white flag, the 20B of Josh Bradley, giving him close chase. Don't quite get there yet here on the final lap. Pulver towing car 2-star out of Marshall, Minnesota. And I believe this will be his first time he's won a heat race here at the I-90 Speedway. As Dustin Schultz takes us to the checkered flag. He'll be your winner in the 2-star. The 2-star of Dustin Schultz will pick up the win in our opening heat race. Josh Bradley 2nd, Dustin Bronson 3rd, Caden Wessels 4th, Joel Norris 5th, James Adams in the 3J crosses the line in 6th. You can do that at the logo shop up here top side, right next to the concession stand. We'll have 5 winners here tonight on the I-90 Speedway Junior Fan Club. Each of them will go to Victory Lane and hand out the hardware to one of tonight's feature event winners. Back to racing action. Heat race number 2 of 3. 6 laps the distance. Christensen leads them through the first set of turns. That 99 machine out of Garrettson. They're 3 deep. They're deep in the field. Contact, and Tracy Haluska is going around at the midpoint of the back straightaway. And the yellow lights are going to come on. Well, they were 3 wide coming off turn number 2. It went down the back straightaway a bit, then a little contact. The 86 of Haluska goes around, and that will bring the caution flag out here early on in heat race number 2 of 3 for the Lawn and Snow Company Hobby Stocks. At the starting stripe in turn number 4, drivers must advance to the outside of that single file style to bring us back to the green. Here we go. Randall slipped high there on the restart. He'll slip to the tail of the field as you see Bill Christensen and Landon Crone racing him on through turn number 4. Now Crone going to take a look to the inside as he looks for the race lead. Side by side at the stripe, Landon Crone led by 0.06 of a second in the blue 18K. Now Christensen going to settle into that second spot right behind Rowena Rocket, who picked up a feature win here earlier this season in that 18K machine. Marnie DeBoer continues to run third, followed by Mike Peckus, Travis Christensen, Dylan Andall. Marnie DeBoer, the 50M, back there in third as you see the top two separating just a little bit as they head back to turn number 3. See there the 50M of Marnie DeBoer in the third spot. Graduated out of the Sportsman division at the Rapid Speedway, full-fledged hobby stock racing this season. She runs third in front of the 20 of Travis Christensen. Now Christensen going to take a peek to her outside, looking for the third spot here through 3 and 4. Meanwhile, white flag is out for the 18K of Landon Crone. Crone's lead out to 1.1 second over the 99 of Bill Christensen. No pressure for the Rowena Rocket. You see it there on the bottom of the doors. Landon Crone off of the final turn, and he'll bring us to the checkered flag winner of heat race number 2. Landon Crone picks up the win in the 18K, started 5th. He'll pick up the win. 99 Bill Christensen 2nd, the 20 of Travis Christensen 3rd, 50M Marnie DeBoer, K9 Mike Peckus the top 5, followed by Dylan Andall in position 6th, and 7th to the 86 of Tracy Haluska. Make that the Lawn and Snow Company, USRA Hobby Stocks, Great Western Bank, USRA B-Modifieds on deck. First heat race of them already staged up. On the road outside, turn 4. Six laps the distance. We go green at the stripe in the 4th turn. Chad Duback, Josh Froseth, Jason Bradley, Logan Fitzpatrick, Levi Vanderweide, and Brian Hoeing. Wide for the race lead. Yep, you betcha. And right through the middle goes the 221 of Logan Fitzpatrick, looking for the lead. Josh Froseth not ready to give it up just yet. We'll race it out here at turn number 4. Froseth pushed up the racetrack at turn number 4. Logan Fitzpatrick leads the first of 6 laps. Froseth in that 2nd spot. Again, a push there in turn 1. Duback runs 3rd. Here comes Vanderweide on the bottom as Froseth dips out into the dust. Car tussle there for the 2nd spot. They'll all have to sort it out a little bit there as things got a little close for comfort. Happening all behind your race leader, the 221 of Logan Fitzpatrick. Froseth, Duback, Vanderweide. And we've got a caution for debris over there in turn number 3. Well, let's play a game. Can you find the debris on the racetrack? Yep. Entire bumper cover off of the 1K tonight of Brian Hoeing filling in for Kinzer Glanzer. And one and done rule for the regular divisions here at the I-90 Speedway. So typically that is not how you want one of these cars to handle. We'll see how it goes here with 4 laps remaining. Chad Duback, Levi Vanderweide, and Jason Bradley. The rest of the 5 on the track. We're back to green. Levi Vanderweide dives to the bottom of the speedway, looking to go from 3rd to 2nd on this restart. Can't quite get there. Josh Froseth looking strong here at the corner exit. We'll push up the racetrack. That opens the bottom side for the 88 of Duback to come back in here. 3-car battle for the 2nd spot. Oh, man, our caution flag was mistimed. Just had a really cool flyover, a bunch of geese here. Wow. Meanwhile, we've got great racing action. Here comes, speaking of flyover, son of the pilot, the 8 of Levi Vanderweide looking for 2nd. He'll have the spot here as they'll hustle back to turn 1. Car going around on the front straightaway. It's Chad Duback, and wow, he avoided contact with the wall. I don't know how he avoided that contact, but he did. Caution flag is going to come out over the speedway, however, as we go back under the yellow. How in the world did Chad Duback avoid contact with that front straightaway wall? That classic corner convenience store, automotive brake and exhaust, cutting lounge, Dan's Welding 88 looked like it was going to pile hard into the concrete. Instead, the Hartford, South Dakota driver was able to lock it down and avoid a big-time melee here on the front stretch. Duback will be summoned to the pit area in the 88. We'll go green in turn 4. 2 laps to go. So 2 to go on this one. Logan Fitzpatrick continues out front. Levi Vanderweyde dives to the inside, perfectly timed to restart, looking for the lead as he comes after the 221 of Logan Fitzpatrick. Vanderweyde and Fitzpatrick. Between the two of them, we use just about every letter of the alphabet. They'll come to the white flag. Man, throw my last name in there, and I think we've got just about all of them. Maybe not a Z. Final set of turns. Vanderweyde ready to pounce if he has an opportunity. He won't get it. Here comes the 221. Logan Fitzpatrick picks up the victory. The 221 of Logan Fitzpatrick. He'll put that Zomer Construction entry into the winner's circle in that heat race. Levi Vanderweyde second, Josh Frossett third, and Jason Bradley fourth in the 17J. Chad Duback credited with fifth, Brian Hoeing sixth. Kufka, row 1, Kufka from Wagner. 66, Jeff Whitrock of Sioux Falls. 18D, Chris Getz of Centerville. Row 3, 21K, Dave Kennedy of Sioux Falls. 88, Wayne Wright of Ravinia. Dustin Johnson of Mitchell in the 80. 1M, Camden Myers from Ethan in row 4. We're green. A little wild here on this opening lap as the 95 of Dean Haase trying to get that car under control. Meanwhile, Logan Kufka, he has made his way out to the race lead from the outside of the front rail. He'll put the first lap into the books, 5 to go. Again, 5 going to transfer directly to the A main from our 3 heat races tonight for the Great Western Bank B-Modifieds. You see the 18D of Chris Getz trying to reel in the 6K of Logan Kufka. And a little shaking going on. The 21K of Dave Kennedy, the 1M of Camden Myers. They run third and fourth right in front of the 88 of Wade Wright. Right in the 5th and final transfer spot as they head back to turn number 3. Logan Kufka has led the opening half of this one, but he's got some company now as the 80 of Dustin Johnson just made hard contact with the front straightaway wall, and he's well off the pace down in turn number 1. It looks like he's going to head to the bottom of the racetrack and go pit side. So we'll come by the line, 2 laps to go. Top 5 getting bunched up just a bit here for the final lap and a half. Logan Kufka will lead him off of turn number 4, lead him to the white flag. Final set of turns. Myers going to try to throw a haymaker. Nobody's making any moves there on that one as Logan Kufka takes the checker. Checkered flag on that one. Logan Kufka, the 6K, your winner. 18D, Chris Getz second. Dave Kennedy third in the 21K. Wade Wright was fourth in the 88. We'll draw 5 winners tonight from the I-90 Speedway Junior Fan Club. Each of them will go down to Victory Lane for one of tonight's features and present the trophy to the winner. And just guess what? There's a trophy for the Junior Fan Club representative as well. Very cool. Let's go back to racing. 6 laps the distance. Anthony Van Everdingen will lead them down the back straightaway as they're all bunched up behind for the second spot on back. Scott Kennedy pushed up the racetrack. Here comes the 45 of Tucker Powell to his inside. Couldn't quite get there. Jonah Abrahamson in the second spot. In the 30, Tanner Coster, Scott Kennedy, Tucker Powell. The top 5. Last time by the stripe. Scott Kennedy pushes up the racetrack again in that patriotic 1K machine. Superhero themed car, and he's going to have to be a superhero to hold on to this car as it is really pushing on him. Now it looks good. He'll dip to the inside of the 97K of Tanner Coster, looking for that spot as the 45 of Tucker Powell washed up the racetrack. Now contact down in turn number 1 as Clint Erickson punches his way into the final transfer spot. That's the 5th position now. Clint Erickson just in front of Corbin Erickson. They're brothers, I believe. Question mark? That battle for the 5th and final transfer spot, the 87 and 18. Quad racers, I know that. Oh, the 87 of Clint Erickson. Just took a hard right, and he's on the return road going back to the pits. So that puts Corbin Erickson, the 18, into the 5th spot. Anthony Van Everdingen, the number 47, leads from flag to flag. He'll come off the final turn. He'll take the checkered flag. Checkered flag for the 47 of Anthony Van Everdingen. He'll pick up the win. The 30 of Jonah Abrahamson, 2nd, 97K. Tanner Koster, 3rd. Scott Kennedy, 4th in the 1K. And Corbin Erickson, the 18. He'll finish 5th. The final transfer directly to the A main. Tucker Powell was 6th. Clint Erickson, 7th. Row 2, 56, Kurt Otteson of Madison. 16, Brock Hess of Sioux Falls. Row 3, 22, Tesh, Tyler Tesh of Lennox. Aaron DeThury of Sioux Falls in 07. Tyler Myers, 27 from the back. Doug Wallace giving up the pole. He'll start at the back instead. Here we go. It could have been an auctioneer. Get through all that right there. Tanner James out front picked up the best of show for this division at the car show way back at the beginning of the season. He'll lead the opening lap of this heat race in the Mitchell Roofing and Siding, number 81J. Brock Hess in that 2nd spot, former track champion in the 16. Aaron DeThury, Tyler Tesh, Tyler Myers right now the top 5 in the transfer spot. Side by side between the 7W of Doug Wallace, 56 of Kurt Otteson. Otteson's right side digging into the racetrack a bit there. And certainly not the fast way you want to get through the corners with all that. Battle for the lead starting to heat up here. 81J, Tanner James has it. Brock Hess wants it in the 16 machine. Hess in car number 16, 1 feature win here this season. 9, going to make that 12 career wins here at the I-90 Speedway. Championship year was 2019 for the number 16 machine. 2020, the champion last year was the 27 of Tyler Myers, who right now runs in the final transfer spot in car 27. Black flag was issued for the 56 of Kurt Otteson for the right side of that car, digging into the racetrack repeatedly. Top 2 coming off of turn number 4 to the white flag. Tanner James, Brock Hess going to race for the win in this final lap. Hess dives to the bottom. No grip down there, at least less grip than James had up there on the cushion in the 81J. Final set of turns. Tanner James, Mitchell, South Dakota driver in the 81J, comes to the checkered and the win. Tanner James out of Mount Vernon, South Dakota, picks up the win in the 81J. 16, Brock Hess 2nd. The 07, Aaron DeThury 3rd. Tyler Tesh, the 22T, was 4th, and 27, Tyler Myers 5th. They transfer to the A main with Doug Wallace 6th and Kurt Otteson in 7th.